I'm Laura Mitchell, 19, and I'm standing at the bank counter clutching two things, my acceptance letter to Stanford and a copy of my father's will. My hands won't stop shaking. The teller looks at her computer screen, then back at me with this expression I'll never forget. Pity mixed with confusion. "I'm sorry, ma'am," she says softly. "The account was emptied 3 weeks ago." My stomach drops. The air feels too thick to breathe. Behind me, I hear it. That laugh. My Aunt Vivian's laugh, sharp and cold like breaking glass. I turn and see her walking toward the exit, designer purse on her shoulder, smiling like she just won something. "Don't look so surprised, Laura," she says, not even stopping. "That money was never yours to waste." My acceptance letter crumples in my fist. "You stole my future," I whisper. She leans close, her perfume making me sick. "No, sweetheart. I saved you from embarrassing yourself." Then she's gone, and I'm standing there, my father's dream for me dying in my hands. The walk home happens in slow motion. Rain soaks through my jacket, and the acceptance letter bleeds ink across my fingers. Stanford. Full ride if I could just pay the deposit and first semester expenses. Dad had saved for 12 years. 12 years of overtime shifts at the garage, skipping dinners, wearing the same clothes. All gone. When I get home, I find Vivian on the couch, sipping wine like it's a normal Tuesday. The TV's on some reality show about rich people problems. "We need to talk," I say, my voice shaking. She doesn't even look at me. "About what?" "You know what. The college fund. Dad's money. My money." She sighs dramatically, sets down her glass. "Oh, that. Laura, honey, you're not college material. I used that money to pay off my mortgage. You should be grateful I fed you all these years." Something inside me snaps. I scream. I slam my hands on the coffee table. Then suddenly, I go quiet. The silence scares her more than the yelling. Her eyes flicker with something I've never seen before. Uncertainty. My name is Laura Mitchell, and until that day at the bank, I thought family meant something. I thought the woman who took me in after Dad died actually cared. But I was wrong about everything. My father was a mechanic. Rough hands, kind heart, always smelling like motor oil and hope. "That fund is for your future, baby girl," he'd told me 2 weeks before the cancer took him. "No one touches it but you. Promise me you'll do something big." I promised. I was 15 then. He'd set up the account with Vivian as trustee until I turned 18. He trusted his sister. I trusted her too. For 4 years, I lived in her house, believing control was care. Believing her criticisms were guidance. Believing I owed her my gratitude. I was so stupid. But that day, standing in the rain with ruined dreams in my hand, something changed. The girl who believed in family died. Someone harder was born. Living with Vivian after Dad died was like walking on glass every single day. She never hit me, never screamed, but her words cut deeper than any bruise. "You're dead weight, Laura." That was her favorite. Or too sensitive when I cried. Or my personal favorite, "You're nothing like Harper." Harper. My perfect cousin. 2 years older, everything I supposedly wasn't. Pretty, confident, popular. Harper got new clothes every month while I wore thrift store rejects. Harper got a car for her 16th birthday while I took the bus. Harper got praised while I got tolerated. Vivian controlled everything. What I ate, when I ate it. What I wore. My curfew was 8 p.m. while Harper stayed out until midnight. I told myself it was because Vivian cared. Because she was strict but loving. The college fund was my only piece of freedom left. The one thing that was mine, that proved Dad believed in me. Now it was gone. And with it, the last piece of him I had left. 2 days after the bank, I'm cleaning Vivian's bedroom because that's what I do, apparently. I'm her live-in maid who pays no rent. That's how she justifies it. I find her purse on the dresser, and something makes me look inside. I don't know what I'm searching for. Maybe proof I'm wrong. Maybe proof I'm right. I find the withdrawal slip folded in the side pocket. My hands shake as I unfold it. $53,000. Withdrawn 3 weeks ago. But it's the signature that makes my vision blur. It's mine. My signature. Forged. Perfectly copied. She'd practiced this. Planned it. I want to call the police, run to the station, scream until someone listens. But then I remember the account setup. Dad made her trustee. Legally, she had access until I turned 18. I turned 18 last year, but she convinced me to keep her on just in case. I'd trusted her. Now I was powerless. I put the slip back exactly where I found it. And I make a promise to myself, to Dad's memory, she took your money, but she won't take what's left of you and me. I apply for emergency grants. All denied. I'm too old for some, too broke for others, not broke enough for the rest. Stanford sends me a kind letter saying they'll hold my spot for 1 year if I can defer. 1 year. I need $30,000 in 1 year. I get a job at Rosie's Diner downtown. Morning shift, evening shift, overnight on weekends. I sleep 4 hours a night, wake up with my feet screaming, my back aching. My coworkers are kind. They don't ask why a college-aged kid is working herself to death. Meanwhile, Harper posts photos from Cancun. From Paris. From some yacht I can't even pronounce. All funded by my college money. All while Vivian comments heart emojis. One night, I break. I'm in the diner bathroom at 2 a.m., and I just collapse against the wall, crying so hard I can't breathe. She won't win, I whisper to my reflection. Not forever. I don't know if I believe it yet. But I need to. Because belief is all I have left. A woman comes into the diner one morning. Older, maybe 60, with kind eyes and silver hair. She orders coffee and pancakes and tips me $20 on a $12 check. Keep it, she says. You look like you're fighting something. I don't know why I tell her. Maybe because she's a stranger. Maybe because I'm too tired to lie anymore. I tell her everything. My dad. The fund. Vivian. Stanford. When I finish, she's quiet for a long moment. Then she leans forward and says something I'll never forget. Smart people don't fight loud, honey. They fight long. She pays, leaves, and I never see her again. But that line becomes my mantra. My religion. Vivian wants me to break, to give up, to prove her right. Instead, I'll fight long. I'll fight silent. I'll fight until she wishes she'd never touched Dad's money. That night, I apply for every scholarship I can find. Most are long shots, but I don't care. I'm not fighting loud. I'm fighting long. 3 months later, I get the email. It's 2 a.m. and I'm half asleep when my phone buzzes. Business Administration Scholarship. Full tuition, partial living expenses. 4 years. Renewable if I maintain a 3.5 GPA. I read it 6 times before it feels real. I cry, but this time it's different. These aren't broken tears. These are fuel. I don't tell Vivian. I quietly pack my things over the next 2 weeks, bit by bit, hiding boxes at work. On move-out day, I leave a note on the kitchen counter, thanks for everything. I won't be back. I hear she finds it while making coffee. She calls me 17 times. I don't answer. Later, at family gatherings I'm not invited to, she tells everyone I dropped out, that I couldn't handle real life, that she was right all along. Let her think that. Let her laugh. Because I'm not fighting loud. I'm fighting long. And she has no idea what's coming. College is everything I dreamed it would be. Terrifying and thrilling and so much harder than I expected. I study finance because it's the one thing Vivian said I'd never understand. Numbers aren't for dreamers, Laura. So I make myself a numbers person. I study until my eyes burn. I take extra courses. I work part-time at a consulting firm, learning everything I can about money, investments, corporate structure. My professors notice. One of them, Dr. Chen, pulls me aside after class. You have something special, Laura. Discipline. That's rarer than talent. I don't tell her it's not discipline. It's revenge. Because every time I want to quit, every time I'm exhausted and lost and drowning in work, I remember Vivian's face at the bank. I remember her laugh. And I study harder. The seed of my revenge grows quietly, patiently. If she took my money, I'll build enough to make her wish she hadn't. Not loud. Long. I see Vivian again 3 years later at some community charity event. I'm there networking for my firm. She's there pretending to care about poor people. Our eyes meet across the room. She walks over, that same smug smile. Well. Laura Mitchell. Still waiting tables? Her voice drips with fake concern. I smile calmly. The smile I've practiced in mirrors. Not anymore. I manage accounts now. It's not technically a lie. I assist in account management. Close enough. Her face falters for a second. Just a flicker, but I see it. Fear. The first crack in her perfect armor. Oh. That's nice. She tries to recover. Harper's engaged, you know. To a lawyer. Very successful. I'm happy for her, I say, and I mean it. Harper was never the enemy. How's Douglas? Her husband. Her weak point. Douglas is fine. Busy with work as always. She's uncomfortable now. Good. Well, I should go. Clients to meet. I walk away, feeling her eyes on my back. Let her wonder. Let her worry. I'm not done yet. Not even close. My firm lands a huge new client, Langston Holdings. It's a big deal, and everyone's excited. I'm assigned to the preliminary audit team, reviewing their financial records for inconsistencies before we take them on officially. During my first week, I meet their senior accountant. Douglas Reed. Vivian's husband. He doesn't recognize me at first. Why would he? Last time he saw me, I was a teenager in oversized clothes. Now I'm professional, polished, confident. When I introduce myself as Laura Mitchell, his eyes widen slightly. Mitchell? Any relation to Vivian Reed? She's my aunt, I say casually. Small world. He relaxes, probably thinking I'm on his side. I don't correct him. Over the next few weeks, Douglas and I work closely. He's nice enough, a little boring, completely unaware his wife is a thief. He talks about her sometimes. About her spending habits. Vivian loves the finer things, he jokes. I keep telling her to slow down, but you know how women are. I smile and nod. And I listen. I listen to everything. Every detail, every complaint, every worried comment about credit card bills. I take notes. Not on paper. In my mind. Because I'm not fighting loud. I'm fighting long. Douglas starts oversharing. It happens gradually. First it's jokes about Vivian's shopping. Then it's actual concern. She opened another credit card without telling me, he says one day over coffee. That's the third one this year. I don't know where all the money's going. I make sympathetic noises. Marriage is hard. She says she deserves nice things after all she's done for family. Raising you after your dad passed, dealing with Harper's college expenses. I almost laugh. Harper's expenses. My money paid for those. But I keep my face neutral. That must be stressful for you. It is. Sometimes I wonder if she's hiding something bigger. He's fishing for reassurance. I give it to him. I'm sure it's fine. Vivian always seems so put together. He nods, wanting to believe it. But I see the doubt in his eyes. The same doubt I'm carefully planting. I'm not doing anything wrong. Just listening. Just being sympathetic. But every conversation is a seed. And seeds grow. Quiet. Patient. Long. During a routine audit, I notice something odd. Small withdrawals from Langston Holdings' petty cash account. Nothing huge, 500 here, 800 there. But they're frequent and unauthorized. I trace them using access codes. They lead back to Douglas's department. But the access pattern doesn't match his login times. Someone else is using his credentials. I dig deeper, cross-referencing with company security logs. The withdrawals happen during late nights and weekends when Douglas is provably at home or on vacation. But someone with his access codes is in the building. I check the secondary authorization signatures. And there it is. Vivian Reed. Listed as Douglas's spouse, authorized for emergency building access because she sometimes brings him dinner. She's been stealing from his company. Systematically. 4 months. Maybe years. I sit back in my chair, heart racing. This is it. This is what I've been waiting for. But I don't act yet. I document everything. Every withdrawal, every date, every security log. I make copies, store them in 3 separate places. Then I wait. Because revenge isn't about striking fast. It's about striking right. 2 months later, I get a surprise call. Laura, it's Aunt Vivian. Her voice is honey sweet, fake as plastic fruit. I was hoping we could have dinner. Bury the hatchet. Move forward as family. I almost say no. But then I remember, fight long. I'd like that, I say. We meet at an expensive restaurant, her choice. She's dressed to impress, jewelry glittering, confidence radiating. You look wonderful, she says, like she didn't destroy my life 4 years ago. Thank you. So do you. We order. She talks about Harper's wedding planning, about Douglas's promotion, about her smart investments that are paying off. You always were good with money, Aunt Vivian, I say sweetly. She preens. Someone has to be responsible in this family. I smile. Nod. Agree with everything. She thinks she's won me over, that I've forgotten, that I'm the same naive girl she manipulated. My tone is sweet. But my eyes aren't. And she's too busy talking about herself to notice. The next day, I create an anonymous email account. I spend hours crafting the message, making sure it's detailed but not traceable. I attach copies of the withdrawal records, the security logs, the access patterns. I send it to Langston Holdings' internal audit department with the subject line, unauthorized access and financial discrepancies. Then I delete the account, clear my browser history, and go about my day. I don't tell anyone. I don't celebrate. I just wait. 3 days later, the company announces an internal investigation. Douglas comes to work pale, shaking. They think someone's been stealing, he tells me. They're reviewing everyone's access codes. That's scary, I say. I'm sure they'll figure it out. He nods, distracted. Vivian's been called in for questioning. Something about her building access. I watch him walk away, shoulders hunched. I feel bad for him. He's a decent man married to a monster. But collateral damage is unavoidable. This isn't about him. This is about her. And it's just beginning. The audit expands. Within a week, they've traced every unauthorized withdrawal. All to Vivian. Douglas defends her at first. There must be a mistake. Vivian wouldn't steal. But then they show him the evidence. The security footage of her entering the building alone at night. The withdrawal slips with forged secondary authorizations. The money transferred into her personal account. Their marriage implodes in real time. I hear about it through office gossip. Douglas moved out. Harper stopped answering her mother's calls. Vivian's crying in parking lots. Part of me feels guilty. But then I remember standing in the bank at 19, holding my dead father's dream in my hands while she laughed. The guilt disappears. She made her choices. Now she's living with them. I didn't steal anything. I didn't forge anything. I just turned on the lights. What happened next was all her doing. Langston Holdings launches a formal investigation. They involve lawyers, forensic accountants, the police. Vivian is suspended from her building access. Douglas files for separation. The news spreads through their social circle like wildfire. The same people who used to praise Vivian's elegance, her charity work, her perfect life, now whisper behind her back. She calls me one night, sobbing. "Laura, I don't know what to do. I'm being targeted. Someone's trying to destroy me." I listen quietly. Let her cry. Let her beg. "That sounds awful, Aunt Vivian. You have to help me. Talk to your firm. Tell them it's a mistake." "I don't think I can do that. Please, Laura. We're family." Family. That word. Coming from her. "I know what it feels like to be targeted," I say softly. "To have someone take everything from you. To feel powerless." Silence. She understands. "Laura, I have to go. Good luck with everything." I hang up. Block her number. And I sleep better than I have in years. Vivian shows up at my apartment 3 weeks later. I almost don't open the door. But something makes me. Curiosity, maybe. Or the need to see her face. She looks terrible. No makeup, hair unwashed, clothes wrinkled. This isn't the polished woman who stole my future. This is what's left. "Can we talk?" she asks. Her voice is small. I let her in. She sits on my couch, hands shaking. "I know you did this. I don't confirm or deny. I don't know what you mean. The audit. The investigation. The anonymous tip. It was you." "I work in finance, Aunt Vivian. I understand patterns. I notice inconsistencies. I report what I see." She looks up at me, eyes red. "Why? Why did I report financial fraud?" "Because it's my job. You know what I mean." I sit across from her, calm. "You want to know why I destroyed your life?" "The same reason you destroyed mine." "Because I could." She starts crying. Real, ugly tears. "I only wanted control. You reminded me of everything I couldn't be. Your father was the good one, the kind one. I was jealous. And now you're everything you feared you'd become." She doesn't argue. She just sits there, broken. After a minute, I stand. "You should go." She leaves without another word. I close the door. Lock it. And finally, I breathe. 6 months later, I'm invited to speak at a business gala for women in leadership. It's a huge honor. My firm nominated me for my work on the Langston Holdings case, for identifying fraud, for protecting company assets. I wear a black dress, simple but elegant. Confidence I've earned. When I arrive, the ballroom is full of successful women, networking, laughing, celebrating. I'm talking to a potential client when I see her. Vivian. Standing near the back, looking lost. She's here seeking sympathy from old colleagues, trying to rebuild her reputation. Our eyes meet. She goes pale. The MC announces the speaking program. Our next speaker is one of Langston Holdings' most promising analysts. Please welcome Laura Mitchell. I walk to the podium. Every eye in the room turns. Including Vivian's. I begin my speech with the story they expect: career advice, networking tips, professional growth. Then I shift. When I was 19, someone told me I was a waste of money. That I'd never amount to anything. That I should be grateful for scraps. The room goes quiet. That same person taught me the most valuable lesson of my life. They taught me to fight silently. I don't name her. I don't have to. Vivian stands frozen near the back, and everyone understands the subtext. Because loud fighting is emotional. Silent fighting is strategic. And strategy always wins. The applause is thunderous. After the speech, people surround me. Business cards, LinkedIn requests, job offers. I smile, network, play the part perfectly. Across the room, Vivian tries to leave quietly. But people recognize her. The woman from the Langston scandal. The thief. The fraud. She's not welcome here anymore. I watch her exit through the side door, shoulders hunched, purse clutched tight. I feel something unexpected. Not joy. Not satisfaction. Just emptiness. This was supposed to feel better. Winning was supposed to heal something. But revenge doesn't heal. It just ends things. Later, my mentor Dr. Chen finds me. That was a powerful speech. Thank you. The part about silent fighting. That was personal. I nod. Very personal. She studies me. Did you get what you wanted? I got justice. That's not what I asked. I think about it. About Vivian's face. About my father. About 4 years of planning and pain. I don't know yet, I admit. She squeezes my shoulder. That's honest. Hold on to that. Within a month, everything collapses for Vivian. Langston Holdings fires her formally. No severance, no references. Douglas files for divorce. The legal fees drain her savings. Harper cuts off contact completely. She sends one text: "You stole from family." I can't forgive that. Their house goes on sale. The beautiful tutor she bought with my college money, now gone to pay lawyers and debts. She moves into a small apartment on the edge of town. Alone. No friends. No family. No reputation. The woman who once controlled everything now controls nothing. I hear about it through mutual acquaintances. They tell me with satisfaction, expecting me to celebrate. But I don't feel victorious. I feel tired. Vivian became exactly what she feared: powerless, dependent, forgotten. And I made it happen. Does that make me like her? Or does it make me the daughter my father raised, fighting for what's right? I don't know anymore. 4 months later, Vivian shows up at my office. Security calls me first. There's a woman here demanding to see you. Says she's family. I almost say no. But I need closure. I need to end this. She's waiting in the lobby, looking older than her 56 years. She's lost weight. Her clothes don't fit right. I'm sorry, she says before I can speak. Just 2 words. But they sound real. We sit in the lobby chairs, 2 strangers connected by blood and damage. I was jealous of you, she continues. Of your father's love for you. Of your potential. I wanted to keep you small so I could feel big. That's not an apology. That's an explanation. I know. But it's all I have. I look at her, this broken woman who destroyed my life. And I make my choice. You stole my father's legacy. I rebuilt it without you. That's enough closure for me. I stand. She doesn't. Laura, please, goodbye, Vivian. I walk away. Back to my office, back to my life. And I don't look back. I graduate top of my class. The local paper runs a feature, from diner waitress to business leader. They don't know the full story. Nobody does. Except Vivian. And me. I used my first big bonus to start a scholarship fund, the Mitchell Dream Grant. For students without family support. For kids whose trust was broken. For dreamers who refused to stay small. The symbolism isn't subtle. Dad's money was stolen. But I'm giving it back to the universe, transformed. 50 students receive funding in the first year. 50 futures I helped save. This is what winning actually looks like. Not revenge. Purpose. I visit Dad's grave and tell him everything. About Stanford. About the scholarship. About becoming exactly who he believed I could be. I kept my promise, I whisper. I did something big. The wind rustles through the trees. I choose to believe he heard me. 2 years later, an envelope arrives at my apartment. No return address. Inside is an old photo, me and Dad at age 10, covered in grease from helping him fix a car. On the back, Vivian's handwriting, I finally see what he saw in you. I stare at the photo for a long time. At Dad's proud smile. At my gap-toothed grin. At the people we were before cancer, before theft, before everything fell apart. I think about responding. About closure, forgiveness, reconciliation. But then I remember 19-year-old me, standing in the rain with ruined dreams. I remember every night at the diner. Every tear, every doubt, every moment I almost quit. Vivian doesn't get absolution. She gets this, silence. I place the photo in a box with Dad's other things. And I close the lid. Some wounds heal. Some just scar over. This is my scar, and I'll carry it. But I won't reopen it for her comfort. The final scene of my story isn't dramatic. It's just me, walking across a university campus as a guest lecturer. I'm 28 now. Successful, stable, happy. I teach students about financial ethics, about integrity, about fighting for what's right. After class, a girl approaches me. 19, nervous, clutching a scholarship application. Professor Mitchell? I read about your foundation. I wanted to thank you. My family, they don't support my dreams either. I see myself in her eyes. That fear, that determination. Keep fighting, I tell her. Silently. Strategically. Long. She nods and leaves. And I realize something, Vivian didn't destroy me. She refined me. Every cruel word, every stolen dollar, every moment of pain became fuel. I'm not the girl who believed in family anymore. I'm the woman who built her own. As I leave campus, my voiceover plays in my head one final time. Some people steal from you to keep you small. But they can only take what you let them. I stopped letting her the moment I started believing in me. I smile. Not because I won. But because I'm finally, completely free.